of parents, and I have the world. I'll be in every schoolhouse lecturing little boys and girls. The devil walks among us, friends. I know this is true, and I don't know if it's me, and I don't know if it's you. The one thing that I know, we need to take a look around. If I were the devil, this world wouldn't be my playground. For my final act, tell you what it'd be. I have everyone so medicated they could never see. My cloven hooves on a horned head would be all disguised, and the best part of it all is they'd comply with their demise. The devil walks among us, friends. I know this is true, and I don't know if it's me, and I don't know if it's you. One thing that I know, we need to take a look around. If I were the devil, this world wouldn't be my playground. If I were the devil, this world was mine to see. Well, I'd witness all the atrocities, and it'd probably frighten me. So I run back home with a story to tell. I tell all my demon friends that I always preferred hell.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. I gotta keep forgetting to do this, but okay, we're back. Welcome to the stream, guys. Let's go ahead and get this thing rolling here. I do have chat pulled up. It should be the live chat, not OBS's delayed chat, so we should be good there. But we are going to get one load of TMR mixed and fed, and then we are going to get to cutting some rye. Well, getting ready to cut some rye and then cut some rye. You got a couple things we gotta do before we get there, but should be a lot different than the previous streams by a long shot. I've tried to get everything fed out the last 30 minutes, so we didn't have to sit here and wait for that nightmare to get done. So yeah. So we're just gonna get this dude filled up real fast, and we will be out to get a tractor set up for baling, since we're going to be actually getting a different tractor than the one we have on the mixer. We won't be the dedicated one for everything, or as far as like true dedicated. Just don't have the funds for one right now, but we're going to switch over our planting 8R over to our baling tractor for today, and probably a couple of the first cuts, just because we got a couple things to do, but we'll see how that goes. I don't have the monitors and a whole lot of tractors, so that's what's limiting a lot of the possibility here. But we do have to plant at some point, but with the amount of ground that we're going to put beans and corn in and running 2 planters, should be able to knock it out fairly easy using just 2 tractors over 2 days. So what map are we on, Clayton? We are in Spring Creek, North Dakota. It is, I did edit this a lot, so very likely that it's not the same version that you'll get when you download. Welcome to the stream, Road Dog 23. What is up, Jaked up? Welcome to the stream, everyone. Like I said, give me like 3 minutes and we'll be done mixing TMR for the video. I promise. I actually restrained myself from playing today, that way so there would be something to put onto the stream. So I did have to go test a couple things just to make sure that the rye worked, because I added the rye myself. So yeah. So but yeah. So alright, Discord DM. So as we're running out here, I'll check that real quick. What's up, Jeff? I appreciate that, jacked up. So if the stream gets choppy, do let me know. I changed the video bitrate, so I bumped it up a little bit, but OBS doesn't seem to be having a whole lot of issues with it. It takes a hot minute for this to feed out, so I'm just gonna 30 output, take that back down. Okay. Well, hopefully that will settle that issue down a little bit there. So, because I know it's popping up like not running right, but we'll see how it goes. Discord rooms here. We've added my private office into the stage here. Okay, now we're there. Okay, we are also live over in Discord, so we are in like a stage channel, so like I can bring people on and off as I need to. So, but yeah. So if that's something that interests you, feel free to join in. Like I said, once this mixer gets done mixing, we're going to be moving on to doing something other than feeding. So, oops. Alright. So just turn the PTO off for the mixer. Oh boy, we're driving blind. Okay. So we'll gotta do probably another load this afternoon or evening and put some straw out, but most part we should be okay. So Yeah, okay. So that buffering error thing went away. I think sometimes it just hits the bandwidth a little bit too hard. So I have fast Wi-Fi compared to back home, but it's not the fastest. So it gets the job done. But yeah, so we're gonna just pull this dude in here. And we'll stop it right there and shut her down. So I did make a couple changes to the farmyard since the last stream. We did replace the bunkers and we did put some newer ones in, or different ones in. Those should hold like 5 times the amount of silage we had here. But then we're going to use this area here to try to wrap some bales uh, of rye. So we're not going to wrap them in the field. We're going to haul them back to the farm and then we'll wrap them here at the farm. Probably try to do tube line as long as it works. I was trying to get my special bales to work with the wrapper, but I changed all the settings, added everything that needed to be added, but the bales are just a little bit too big for the wrapper. Like, there's just a tad bit of room left around the outside of it. So, that was unfortunate, but it's probably best because those bales would weigh like 2 tons whenever you're wrapping it. So, not crazily heavy bales, but enough that I don't think it would really be wise to do it. So we're just going to run with base game 180 bales, I think, and go with that. Even the 180, we might go with 150. I haven't decided yet. It just depends on what we do here. I do something like everyone just left. So we went from having 13 viewers to 2. Okay. Well. Oh well. Didn't need a good live stream anyway, I guess. Awesome. I appreciate the subscription there. Z Bullet 523. Oops. I'm a little bit too far back. I also didn't lift the header up. Oh well. Shh. So off we are, cutting, doing something a little different. So, but yeah, so basically what we're doing is just cutting the rye down, and it's creating what I'm calling a crop swath row. Auto save here real quick. And then we'll come in with the baler once we get this all cut. Then we will go and bale all that up, and voila. So we got these 2 fields of it. I didn't do a whole lot. I just didn't know. And I forgot what my lift. There's the left and right button. So trying to be a little cautious because kind of catching some of the grass around the edge of the field, but you know, that's gonna happen. So, and I am doing this in third person just because it's like I get to change my FOV, but you know, I think it's a better look for YouTube anyway, doing it from this angle. Good evening, John Deere. Welcome to the stream. So, yeah. So we're gonna get this cut out here real quick. I don't know how long this will take. The fields aren't terribly big, so I'm not really overly worried about it. I probably actually set up GPS and it would make this a lot easier. Kind of forgot I had GPS on the swather. Hello, Nicholas. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully that's set right. Now we're going to be going at 270 here. With that, go here. Reset heading, and we'll go 270. I appreciate it. Appreciate you saying that for sure. You gotta remember what button triggers mine. There we go. Okay. So now we're rolling. Got our GPS set up, so that will get us nice and straight. So yeah. A little something different than normal. I need to disable one of these bots. I don't know which one to disable. Probably Streamlabs. Oh well, it's not hurting anything right now, so. So once these are cut, we'll go and let it dry for a little while and we'll switch over. We'll put the mower head back on the swather here and then we'll switch over to putting the bale monitor in the 8R that we'll use for I just had the graphics turned up pretty high, so I got quite a beefy computer. Okay, so I literally planned it out to not have to feed tonight because I was dead set against doing that for another stream because I was getting tired of feeding all the time and I'm pretty sure everyone else was too. So you might have been the only one, Jackson, that did not get offended by not having feed or being offended by not feeding tonight. There we go. Actually, if you were here at the beginning of the stream, I actually did feed. I was finishing up the last load. But, you know, we're late to the party, so. Always late. Oops. Oh, we actually did it. I thought we missed it. Let's go. Actually, I had to mix more feed today. I got on like 30 minutes before the stream and did 3 loads of feed. So. Oops. Kind of cut the other grass there. Trying to figure out, because I know the field's not this bumpy, but my gosh, the swaddler is bouncing. Any, like, field roughness mod or something apparently turned on. Gotta pause here and get some screenshots real quick, though. Looks too good with the high-gain graphics to not grab a couple. And put in our FOV, like 30 to 25-ish range. Usually does the trick. Boom. And grab that. Okay, back to SWAT. Just say that pro shot camera is probably one of the nicest mods I have used. That thing saves a lot of time. Hey, you're not too late, Cody. Like, I was literally finishing up feeding for like the first 5 minutes of the stream, so you really didn't miss much. It didn't trigger to go down. Interesting. Oh. I don't want that trigger to go down. There we go. Kind of hit the button to switch tool controls there for a moment. Well, the one side has crop destruction on it, but the other side does not. That's interesting. Dairy don't even own any cows. What you talking about? I will say the yield definitely increased on the inside of this row, that's for sure. We went from having like yellow to like now we're at green. And lift and lower. Oops. Lifted a little too early and set it down a little too early. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. Oh, I know he's starting an operation. I was just kidding with you how he didn't have any cows yet, so. You have a feeling this is going to make quite a few bales. And we're going to manually load all these. That way so we're not having to... I figured why not on the stream, so... Edge of the field is making me have to get grass, unfortunately. Yeah. Definitely eating through it, though, that's for sure. Probably end up... We are not feeding for right now. We'll see how long we can get in the stream. I'm assuming mowing, baling, and wrapping will take majority of the 2 hours. After that, we might have to do a little bit of feeding. But I hope not. I get tired of feeding like y'all. Trust me. Hey, we nailed it that time. Yeah, I think something maybe went south with the swaller, because there's only one side of the road that's... It's only on the same side that's getting crop destruction. The other side is not having any. Because it's there and it's there. Interesting. I was really worried, like, there for a little while, the stream, we had 13 people, and then just suddenly dropped off to 2. And I was like, what in the world just happened? Like, that's a big drop. I don't know if it froze or what, but that was... I might actually be late to the next Friday night farming thing. I think I have work that night, but I'll definitely be back later to do something. We might have to delay it a little. Might be like a 9 p.m. Central start. Hello, Buckeye State. I think Dairy Deer's the only one that can truly actually officially start it. Pretty sure him and Squatch are the only ones that have event permissions in my server. And Streamlabs is really wanting y'all to tip and donate, I guess. Holy crap. Oops, disable. Can't run over the alfalfa because it has crop destruction. Back up. I haven't been using the keyboard, so everything I've been doing has been just by steering wheel and joystick. So trying to get back to using those buttons can throw you for a loop sometimes. Hoping there's not a whole lot of grass embedded in this row. That might make some bales interesting. It doesn't look like it. Everything looks like it's whole crop. Except for that. Oh well. Bounce, bounce, bounce. This field just must be really rough because that thing is bouncing a crap ton. We'll have to see if we bounce this much on the baler. Goodness gracious. So I'm actually going to do and just cut a loop around the edge of this field. That way so we don't have to ride in the outside edge all the time. Actually, I think I'm catching on the edge of the windrow. I think that's why it's so bouncy. Also, our crop destruction disappeared again. And we'll raise her up. And we'll let autosave hit real quick. Dun 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 dun. And autosave's complete. And we'll this row around the edge here real quick. Also, if you're wondering how much terraform I've done, um, any of the grass that's brown, that's got the seasons aspect working on it, that's all added. Like, I've painted over that area and added the grass. Then you have other grass that's not dyed, and that's part of the original map. So that just puts you on a scale of how much I've actually done to this map, and yeah, you'll understand why I'm playing on it so much. Canadian, we are in Spring Creek, North Dakota. It is a somewhat between a 12 and a 16x map, so pretty large map. Will keep you going for a while, that's for sure. Yeah, I could not do this from inside the cab. Like, I could in real life, but not in FS. Like, third person views better looking anyway. Let's say BC Bueller's Swather and Swatherhead is perfect for this. Just nailing it right now. See, crop destruction works everywhere, but I guess if you're too close to the windrow, it doesn't pick it up. That's what I'm seeing anyway. Oh, that's gonna annoy me. I'll have to swing back and get that one piece. If y'all are new here, please do hit that like and subscribe button. It does mean a lot. We are getting closer to our 5,000 hour goal, whatever threshold that is, to get fully monetized. So every little bit helps. More you guys push the videos, of course, more views we get. So not like it's not too hard to chase. It's just a lot of times on the logos you won't. The hardest part, honestly, is probably the configuration on it instead of like trying to actually get the decals right and stuff. So, but a lot of people will slap just planes on and call it good and just have a logo up there. But I think it looks better whenever the dirt and everything will go over the logo. Looks a lot more realistic in my mind. But to each their own. So. I'm going to go grab this one small bit here. Just knock it out. Probably won't catch it with the baler, but that's weird. So I do appreciate y'all, especially y'all that are giving likes. It does mean a lot. So We are also live in Discord, so if you just want to listen along and not watch, that's doable. Prefer you guys watch. It helps a lot. You come talk, chit chat, whatever. So, whoops, don't hit the GPS enable button. I'll throw you for a spin. So, like I said, once we get done with what little couple rows we have left here, we'll go and run back to the farm and throw a monitor into the baling tractor, and then we'll switch the heads out on this dude, and we'll probably cut a couple acres of alfalfa down. We got 3 fields of it that are ready. Probably our grass fields are pretty close to ready too. So, yeah, it's that time. So we're gonna get going. I've done a couple early calculations, and we're gonna have to have like a crap ton of pretty much every. These fields would be sitting bare anyway. So figured why not throw a little bit of some winter rye on it and cut it, chop it, or not chop it, but bale it. I don't feel like dragging the chopper out already. So, do curious, what's y'all's do y'all chop rye or do y'all bale it? Like, I was researching today, trying to figure out exactly how to do it this realistically, because what we do is we'll plant rye, but we'll just graze it. We don't actually do anything with it so. Very nice, very nice. Well, have a good one. Appreciate it. Popping in, tuning in. So, yeah, no. Y'all let me know what you all do with your rye. I'm just curious. I did a little research. So, Cody chops. Hopefully the stream will come back to life here, because apparently we were struggling there for a moment. Chop, chop. I guess we're going to go get the grain today. We're going to do a little bit baling with it. So, just because I don't feel like having to drag out the trucks and the chopper. Like, if we had a bigger field, I would probably chop it, but this field, I don't. Baling it's not that big of a hassle to me, so. Definitely getting down to the wire now, though. Yeah, I apologize if it was buffering there for a moment. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I was trying to. It just seemed to drop out in OBS, so I'm not sure why. But like I said, sometimes the Wi-Fi just gets random hits. So assume that's probably what it was. So as PC component wise, we're using 0.1% of the CPU and 5% of the GPU, and that's with FS running. So not entirely sure why it dropped out, but it is what it is. Can't make things perfect, I guess. Got a window pop up here. Close that out real quick. need to put a raise and lower button that's actually on the joystick and not the pad of the joystick. Thought it had one, but that button doesn't do anything. That button doesn't do anything. I might actually map that in real quick. Bruises. Root. It says 3 is it. Let me turn on the light real quick here. I can't actually remember what button 3 is on this. But 3 wasn't doing anything. 3. So 3's map. See, this works. Oh, now it works. Perfect. Now I can just trigger it from not having to move my hand from the joystick. That's nice. Feeling like a big time operation now. Works a lot better anyway. As you can tell, when we were no tilling, we kind of missed a couple corn stalks here and there. And then we'll just grab that, and that is done. I think there was one spot where I missed like one plant. Just cannot remember exactly where it was. I see it. Okay. Yeah, that is done. I'm gonna actually just grab the edge over here real quick. Not really a reason not to grab it, so won't yield much, but so we'll go get the head switch out of this. Probably set it on an alfalfa field to cut. Then we'll go grab our planting tractor and throw our one of the bale track pros in it, and voila. Autosave inbound. So I'm just gonna let off throttle and let the game save here. If you're moving, I've found out that autosave works a little bit better. Or a little bit, like, if you're not moving, it works better as far as like quicker saving. So just a little tip, y'all use autosave. Probably throw some fuel in this dude too. I don't actually have a trailer for the header, so just gonna go down by the big open shed and stay there till we probably won't use it again actually, because our barley will cut with the harvester. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you guys are new here, do make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. That, like I said, does definitely mean a lot to me. Y'all are able to do that. Is it picking up music in the background for you guys? It is. I am terribly sorry. Kind of looks like it is. Let me know in the comments if it's having music or not. If it, like I said, if it is, unless y'all think I should keep it, I don't care. I just did hit pause on it, I guess. Actually, I did think. Oh, I don't think it's playing music. It's just the game audio that's routed in via music. Because if it was playing, I would hear it. Okay. No worries now, we're all good. False alarm. Much easier to drive without a giant head on it, though, now. Appreciate it, Chase. Like I said, I don't think it's playing music. I think it's just the game audio that's in the music mixer. So, because I have the music cut. That's the true music source. So we'll whip in here and hook up to our razor bar. And grab that. Try not to nail the... Oof, I already did. Oh well. There wasn't much room anyway. See if we can't sneak in here and grab some fuel here. Trying to empty this fuel tank out because we moved it over towards the grain silos. So we'll refill. Doesn't use a whole lot of fuel, so then we're just gonna start with this field that's closest home, and then I don't know which field we'll knock out. That's down the road there, but we got this one right here, so we'll get course play started on this, and then we'll go get the baling tractor set up, and voila, it's like magic. So I think the last time I cut this field, it was for that yield looks gonna be pretty good. Yeah, I think last time I cut this field, it was for silage, I believe. Like we chopped it, so. 4 laps there. So that dude's off doing his thing. Looks like it'll take about 30 minutes for him to do that. So we're gonna go get the planter tractor. We'll switch it over to throw our bale monitor into it. You got a couple laying around the farm, so. But, I mean, it might be a little bit overkill for the tractor, but you know. It does the trick. So, I haven't decided. I have a lower and an upper mount for it. I'll probably throw it on a lower mount, to be honest with you. We'll clear this course. So I had it planting earlier some grass while I was trying out to go, and so we'll pull this dude in the shop. I think he'll fit in the shop. If not, we have that toolbox outside for that reason. I need to love Legacy's barns, but I need to build me one that's actually, well, actually, it's a little bit larger. We're just gonna shut the door. Go here. Hopefully, I can work around the fuel wagon here. We'll see. Left shift R. Okay, we can't. Perfect. Dang. Yeah, we don't really have the funds to repair it right now, so we're just gonna add our monitor to it. Okay, why can I not add the monitor to it? Oh, here it is. Pillar mount. So we'll go bale monitor at the pillar mount here. Oh, so that's a $650 upgrade for the new monitor. But, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. So yeah, probably overkill, like I said. But yeah, I don't know why the bracket is always turning to silver. I need to turn off the wear on it, I guess. It does the same thing in the 7R. I haven't turned off the wear off of it. So, oops. Oh well. Can you do, right? So, we'll just back in here and grab the 560M here. Hopefully we'll get rid of the rough number of bales it has on it here. So, yeah, that's why. Got a couple bale. It's got a number of bales I don't really like, so I'm glad we'll be able to get rid of that. We're just gonna shut the back window because, you know. Also, as you can see, we do have a little bit of rain in the forecast, so contemplate that too. Hopefully, it don't start raining on us. Looks like we got an hour. That'd be some high moisture rye that we'll end up baling here. So you go and make a custom dirt map for this baler. Look a lot better. So we got the 8R here refueled. Like I said, 410 horsepower is probably a little bit too much for the baler, but I don't really want to take the feeding tractor off of feeding over there. And I have another 7R in the shed, but it's the one I used for like mowing when I had the 3-point mowers. So it's actually probably gonna get sold, to be honest. I don't need the front hitch and I don't need the Euro plates on the back. So what I really want is another 8R or a bigger one like that, because, you know, like right now, like I could have a tractor that's going to be planting and not just sitting in here. So, because realistically, I mean, you're not going to put that tractor on the planter. So, yeah. So we got a couple of fields of barley that we'll have to cut here. Field 11, this area, field 18 is barley. Take that dude up so it stops scrolling. Stop scrolling. Stop scrolling. Good night, these. Yeah. So these two fields will get cut here, and we'll just cut those with the combine, and it saves. We can pull the grain off of it. It covers operating cost. So just gonna go run over here and make sure that Swather's not having any issues. There's gonna be a lot of hay. Do need to put some nitrogen and some pH or some lime down on it. Where is the Swather at? I don't see it. Oh, it's coming up over the edge over there, I think. We also need to invest into another Swather. We're getting too big just to have one mower. Like, just getting unrealistically big. Swather's gonna have to be going pretty much all the time over the summer. So, oh my gosh, look at these windrows though. Like, I mean, them dudes are big old windrows. So we'll mow that, and then we will probably hit it with the tedder later tonight. And we'll see what we're at tomorrow. And I don't know how far daytime, as far as the day goes, that we'll get in the stream or not. I'm actually going to speed up time a little here, just for realistic measures. So, do need to go move some manure though, while we're doing this, because I mean, you're not going to bale the rye directly after you cut it. Like, we don't want 100% moisture rye, so We'll let her sit for. We'll probably pull out the baler around 12, probably. In game time, anyway. Probably need to speed this up a little bit, too. That is a weedy field, holy moly. You turn my draw distance down just a wee bit. Works amazing on other maps, just not Spring Creek. It's rough on. So as you can see, these cows pile up quite a bit into manure. Oh, there's our rain. So we'll have to wait a little bit. I'm just gonna keep the swather going because it's already wet grass anyway, so it ain't gonna hurt anything. This is quite the curvy area right through here. It'll be interesting to see how everything handles it. Horseplay seems to be doing pretty good here. Y'all just died in chat, man. It's a lot easier to do this whenever y'all are talking. So, since it's raining, I think I'm actually just going to grab our straw tractor here, and while we're waiting to go throw some straw in a couple of the bins, or a couple of the pens here. That's not the tab I needed. The monoslope and the beef barn both need some straw in it. All these buildings I put down, so like this area is like literally a field when you start the game. It's just where I built the farm from. So if you've watched the stream before, you've likely seen it, but I don't really know of anyone else that really plays on Spring Creek a ton anyway. So we'll load that up into here. Oh boy. Roll into it. Come on. Nope. Come on. Roll into it. Come on. You can do it. Come on, Bale Physics. There you go. Jiminy Christmas. It's like training a dog. Like training a dog. So hopefully we can get this barn refilled of hay. We definitely went through quite a bit of it. Then we have a shed over there that's got also I'm hoping to fill up most of it and then switch some of our hay ground over to crop ground next year to make some extra money, because as long as we have everything we need for cows, that income's going to stay there. But if we can maximize how many acres we're putting into crops, that would definitely be a big boost. I mean, like, we got $4 million worth of grain sitting in the silo right now. Just not June yet, so we can't really sell a ton yet. Prices should be going up. I thought about sending a couple loads just to get some money in the bank, because it's not gonna kill us. Just still loading this truck. It works a lot better if you manually load it, but it just takes forever. Oof. Missed the other save icon. The map only has base game crops in it. It just pulls from that. All the special crops I've added them in, James. So all the rye, the alfalfa, all that I've added in. So we'll put a couple bales here and then we'll go grab some more and throw it in the beef barn. The calf pen that's down on the hill doesn't, they don't go through a whole lot of stuff. We'll put a load of feed in there tomorrow. You know, it's mainly this barn that's the most expensive barn, to be honest. But you know, when you have 240 calves that are, or heifers that are halfway through 9 months of being pregnant, then you're gonna start consuming a lot of stuff. So we'll also wean off these calves here at some point. Probably do that maybe later this month. We'll put them down there in the other pen that we have down there because 60 cows ain't gonna eat a whole lot of resources right now. Good news is it did stop raining. I'm gonna slow down time because it's already noon. So, but since it rained, we'll give it just a wee bit more time to dry out here, and then we'll get to baling here in a little bit. I think we're making pretty good progress for only being an hour into the stream. I'm surprised. Like I said, wintertime is the slowest time for streams just because it's nothing but feeding. Like, that is literally all I do. If I was just doing crops and I didn't have cattle, I'd just sleep through all of winter. But, oh, gotta keep the cows. But, you know, when you're going to bring in like $1 million worth of beef every year, then cows are pretty important. Oops. So I'll just set that down there. We'll go take these down to the beef barn here. This is one tractor I want to get the monitor in, but I gotta do a little bit more work on it to find actual monitor amounts. The ones for the 8R and 7R were easy. They're all over the place, but I wasn't having a whole lot of luck trying to find a schematic for this tractor. I mean, I have a pretty good idea how it's set up, but I'm trying to do most of the mounts realistically. So I'm going to try to release a lot of the mounts at the same time that I release the monitors. That way, so then like you don't have to go and create all the mounts. You can just put everything into an XML or an i3D per se. So I also do have another truck that's loaded up with manure that's down at the feedlot area that we'll deal with here at some point. These cows just take a lot of manure. So, been trying to figure out how to get this manure into work, but I haven't had a whole lot of luck. I think Western made a video about it. I just haven't had time to look. Animals. Like silos. Can't remember which one it's part of. No, not that one. I think you released this separately, so there's a solid chance I don't have it. But like, I tried to like using this and it just wasn't working. Freaking the euros and making crap snap. So I'll just place that there and we'll see what happens. I'm just gonna credit back 25 because I don't know what will happen. Will either work or it won't work. We'll see. Realistically, it should work, but I just don't know detail-wise if it will or not. Yes, sir, I do have Maze Plus running. A lot of it, I don't use a lot of Maze Plus. I just use a couple aspects of it. I've actually like edited Maze Plus heavily to get rid of a lot of the stupid things that were in it. But I've built a lot of the stuff actually into the map and not just using Maze Plus. So Okay, well that's a couple liters of straw in there, but it really doesn't make a dent. 22,000 liters of straw does not do a whole lot of luck for us. So I keep hoping that there'll be manure that spawns in that pit, but I don't see any in there. But that would be a fun job of trying to sneak a truck in there to haul that out. So we'll probably go grab 2 more bales to blow in that beef barn. I need to update the spreadsheet I have going to keep track of everything I'm doing. So we've done a load of the beef, 2 loads of the beef barn, 2 bales here. We'll do 4 bales there. So, and in case y'all were curious, this is the spreadsheet that I use to keep track of everything. So we're in April now, so I'm actually gonna shrink this down. Cattle tracking, monoslope barn, we've done no loads of feed so far, and we've used 2 bales. Beef barn, we've done 2 loads of TMR on the first day of the month, and we'll use 4 bales. And then we haven't used anything here, so all that pretty much automatically updates everything. And then when I go to factor into this list, it all lists up here. So it's like I know I've used 66,000 liters of straw, so it gives me a good idea how much straw I'm going to use. So right now it's like around 1.5 million. So just a little bit of insight that I like trying to keep an eye on. It helps trying to figure out how much you had to plant on stuff. Because I can get the yield. I fertilize pretty much everything, so yield isn't really an issue. It's just trying to make sure that I plant enough crop to cover everything I'm using. So we do make our own CCM. That's in the feedlot building. That's on the other side of the monoslope there. Then we just buy our DDG. It's not worth it trying to put a placeable down for it. I don't use it enough to put a placeable down for it, to be honest. Actually, I want to do this a little differently. I'm actually going to put 7 bales in that pin just because I spawned 3 and I don't feel like enabling the trigger to put one back. So I'm going to go here and we're just going to drop that one in there already. Let's play this game with me. We not mean to do that, but oh well. I'll pull back the arm, extend it a little ways. Just because if it's not extended at all, then it has a hard time reaching the mixer. So we'll just pull this off to the side. Actually shut it down because I don't think I'll need it. The next time we'll need it is probably to wrap some bales. We're going to try to do this without losing a bale here. We'll see how that goes. I don't know how it will go, but we'll figure it out. No drop. Eee, boy. Okay, that is extremely close to losing one. But I think for right now we're okay. Just going to try to avoid bumps. Wonder what happens if I try to push it up a little bit here. Once we get rid of that one that's inside the actual blower, then the other one should fall in. But we just got to get there to that point. Well, hayfield looks pretty good. Swaller's going at it. Like I said, I need to get another mower at least. Probably not a pull type, but we'll see. We had triples there for a little while last year, but it's just nicer having the dedicated swaller, so I wasn't having to switch the tractor out all the time. Oh boy. Shh. That was close. So I'm going to update the spreadsheet to, we put 7 bales, or 5 bales, not 7, into that pen. So, like now you see, like maybe use 77,000 liters of straw, which at this rate we're on track to break what we used in March, which is expected. Straw consumption is a little unique, I can't lie. It's definitely a little different. Alright, now we get the fun game of playing how to get the bale into the processor. That worked out pretty. I have no clue what bale it's pulling from, but it's pulling from one of them. I will also be right back. I'm gonna go get a drink, so we'll let that run real quick. Okay, we're back. I was just thirsty there for a moment, so. I'm one of those people that always has to have something to drink. So. That's a good or a bad thing, I'm not sure of, but, you know, used to keep hydrated pretty well. Dang it, I didn't even really lose a lot of you guys. That worked out good. Actually, I don't know how to lay the stream is, but. I have not done a farm tour video, so it's definitely something that's doable. I just haven't done it yet, so might be something I do next winter or something whenever I don't have a whole lot to do, which depends on how much I play. Might be this end of this week or a month from now. It felt like this last winter took an entire month to get through. So we'll go put this tractor down here at the commodity barns, and then we'll go grab that semi and go sell that manure real quick, and then we'll hop over to our baling tractor and get to baling. Making some 150 centimeter bales, I guess, would be what we'll use. So, like I say, I have no clue on bale amounts that we'll get from that field, but yeah, that was an entire load of manure, and it looks like we haven't made a dent. Jiminy Christmas. Autosave inbound, so we'll just stop the truck here, so I don't want it running into the building. I kind of keep forgetting to disable the autosave. It's also nice that, because it saves a little bit quicker than it normally does if I were to stop and save. So we'll take this over to the biogas plant and whoa boy. And we'll go and probably be 4-ish grand probably. It's not a lot. Don't make a ton. But it pays for operating costs, so because I think we average about a truckload of manure a day between the monoslope barn and the feedlot pen. Oops. No cop, no stop. Don't listen to me, kids, though. Don't do no cop, no stop. That's illegal. Just FS has no brakes, so because I started pushing the brakes at the silos, it just wasn't working. So it's not on a map. It looks like a very short drive, but it takes a hot minute to get over here. Actually, I can run 3 auto drive workers and they don't run into each other. That's how long of a drive it takes. So this is kind of, I don't generally do this drive a lot, to be honest. I generally just send an auto drive worker after I get done feeding, and it does majority of the work for me. Oh boy. That's the turn. Oh well. Not my field, so. Kind of. The truck brakes really well without any weight on it, but you throw 70,000 liters of manure on the back of it, then it doesn't brake so well. Imagine that. So, we're going to start braking here for this corner, because I kind of remembered where this one was. And we still overshot it. Goodness gracious. Watch out, deer. Oh. Yeah, we got 2 deer there. Kind of ran in front of the truck, unfortunately. But we got the triple axle on this load, so we're hauling. Brakes work here. Sorta-ish. We're still tilting. You made it. So we'll just swing here and then stop. Unload and make a little money. Made this little contraption thing to some manure. So, like I said, between the bonus and the cost is like $4,500, so you know that covers operating costs for the day. So not bad. I think there's another load sitting in there, to be honest, if I were to want to do another one. We might later today. We'll see. Kind of want to bail because, kind of hype that up this stream. So we'll do bailing here in a minute. I'll just get this truck back and we'll switch. Like I said, the brakes work well when you're empty. Just not so well whenever you're full. So most of the time what I would do is when I would do a load of manure myself, I would just swing by and grab some DDG. But I switched to a bin setup over a auger bin setup over a commodity bin setup, so I don't have to load it with the loader every time now, and it saves a lot of time not having to switch around all the time. That I can do the CCM and the DGG by just pulling under something instead of having to switch from the telehandler to the tractor, then switch back to the front end loader and yada. So I've thought about trying to figure out how to get, well, I need to implement it, but I have a script that changes like the fill type of the hay, so like it would take it from being like a lot less bulky, so it'd actually be like worth something if you were to grind it. So I actually have not added the tall grassless map. I just haven't had the time, and the way it uses the grasses, it's just kind of more of a pain than it is anything to add it, unfortunately. So, yeah, the swaller will be done here in a few, and then what we'll do is we'll just wait for the swaller to get done, and then we'll pull him out of the field and we'll go bale. Give that rye a little extra time to lose a little bit extra moisture. Actually gonna wait for it to get in some crop, and then we're gonna grab a couple nice little screenshots here to use for graphics or whatever not I decide to need to use some for. Oops. I use screenshots in like every graphic, so whatever I can do to help myself out when I have to choose them helps out a lot. Yeah. The clock was about right because it was 45, or it was at 5 hours when we started the field, and now it's at 5.6. And then there's 6 minutes for every tenth of an hour, so pretty good. Not bad. So, like I said, we'll leave that to sit for a while. I think we'll hold up on cutting any more down. That's seems to be quite a bit. So, between baling this and wrapping it and hauling it, just be not really worth the time of doing all that. So, it is officially that time. We actually finally get to go and start getting some barley or some rye baled up here. So, kind of looks like it might rain again in the distance. I hope not. Forecast doesn't have anything, but I don't know how I don't know how long it'll take to get this barley done. That's my only worry. I need to figure out how to use VCA GPS, although I can just knock it out probably manually here. Like I said, we got our bale monitor in here. I literally added this like an hour before the stream, so it's not perfect. But it was either there or up at the top there, and I figured that was better for the bale monitor. I'll put the grain cart display at the top probably. But dun, 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 dun. So here we are. We are here and getting ready to rock and roll here. Just gonna whip in here. We'll go ahead and fire our baler up. Give her a minute to spin up to full speed here. Go ahead and lower our... It's so weird because like I'm like pushing the lower button, but it's just not lowering. It's interesting. So we will go and start doing some baling here. Should turn on our cruise lights just so I can see the monitor a little bit better here. Ah, man, I did not want that to be a grass fresh bale. Oh well. I don't have unload baler added to, so I did change the textures up a little bit, adding the net wrap to the bales. Since I'm using custom bales for the baler, it took me a minute. I'm gonna see if I can't add unload bale to the joystick here, so I don't have to sit here all day and unload. It's not really what I was looking for. Crane, placeable, game, vehicle, lights, reset bale count. I don't actually know if you can change keybind. You'd be thinking it was down here, but change bale size. There's no unload bale. So it's the same button as keys. Change seeds, it's Y. Sometimes it can get really frustrating. Trying to decide what button I actually want to put this on here. Put it on 5. Yeah, it didn't do it. I'll just have to use keyboard for that. I just don't know what the keybind is for it. So we are at 667 bales now, so we got past that nightmare number. Oh, we're gonna get a lot of bales. I threw in the old XML, so it doesn't have the field value. Oh well. Let's use the guide here. That's my bad. Like I said, it takes a minute to add the bale monitor to the tractors, so it takes. If I would have used the template I had, it would have worked out better. I'm actually gonna increase my FOV. Wait, it's 80 to this. That's a little bit better. Actually, go here and actually. We're a couple bales in, but it won't hurt anything to reset the field count anyway. Baling at 12 mile an hour, filling up quick at that rate. And be cautious and not fill up on grass here. It's freaking close, ain't it? Oops. Oh, we're just gonna drive over that. So I don't really need another wet grass bale. Oops. I have no clue what actually. I think I hit H. Yeah, I wish there was a way to keybind that to the joystick. That would definitely help a lot. If any of y'all have your unload baler keybind to a joystick, let me know, because I'm not the biggest fan of having to switch back and forth all the time. Could actually set it up on my Steam Deck if I wanted to, but that's just another thing off the side. Oh man, you're making 183 bales. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Autosave. I figured y'all would be around and wanting to watch the baling, but I guess not. Not the most attractive thing to y'all, I guess. Just interesting. Now we're really going to start filling up pretty quick here with these smaller bales. So I went ahead and just reset the bale count again since yeah. But so far so good on yield wise, so I'm looking forward to having pretty good yielding here. Even if I did make half the bales the wrong size. You're way off track. I'm struggling getting this roast started. Holy moly. This is where square bales come in handy because you can just fly, I guess. We could have square bailed it, I guess. Just don't really feel like it. Square bailing might have been the way to go, to be honest, at this rate. Oops. Got to lower the head down. I don't know how it even got raised up, but got to lower it down somehow. So we'll just swing around here. Try not to. Oof. The FOV is throwing me for a loop here. Very much throwing me for a loop. It's not that big of a change, but it's enough. It's the yield is good enough that we can balance it out pretty good just driving down the middle of the road. So watching the bale monitor for our fill level and watching the baler in the mirror and chugging along. We had a lot of little bales though. Maybe y'all that said shopping had a good idea because we had a lot of little bales. That's for sure, sir. And down and shut. Off we go. Try to careful here on this jump and not grab that stuff there. It's not even worth it with the yield that we're getting. We'll just drive over and trigger it on the other side. I just don't really want that bale, to be honest with you. Missed a gear there. Going backwards. Go forwards. Goodness gracious. It took a lot of picking up. I'm really half tempted to switch over to the other ones. We'll run 180 on the centimeters. Not really a reason not to. I think we probably destroyed some alfalfa there, but that's okay. We'll do a little third-person view for a little while here. Still need to fix some animations on that baler a little bit. I gotta say, the yield's pretty solid. A lot better than I was anticipating it being, to be honest. Do I think it's realistic yield? I don't think so, but you know. It is what it is at this point. Am I regretting bailing it? Probably. Could always go switch to the square baler, but Gotta get them screenshots. Oops. It's to be a little sensitive at sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. I wish I could get the wrapper to work better with the big bales, but I just did not have any luck. I probably could have used a square, like a one of the individual wrappers, and it probably would have been okay, but keep throwing in reverse too fast. Try to raise up the nose of the tractor just a wee bit here. It's running a little low for me. There we go. Yeah, that's quite a few bales. I mean, half of them, well, like 5 of them can't be used, but still, it's a lot of bales. Still seriously contemplating after this row switching to the square baler. The big bales weren't too bad. They were fairly spaced apart, but man, these other ones are brutal. Brutal. I don't mind round baling, but this is just more of a waste of time, it feels like right now. Autosave. Y'all think I should go get the square baler or not? Y'all got a little bit of a row left to comment. There's 8 of you, so I expect 8 different opinions. But it just feels like we're not getting anywhere at this rate. Just slow. Slow. Y'all don't say anything. I'm probably gonna go get the square round. Where's James? James loves agging that on here. to make a dedicated server sometime just to make y'all bale your own rye at this point. I knew the yield would be fairly decent, but I was not expecting this much of a pain. Be dead honest with you, like, yeah, I knew it was gonna be a lot, but you know, I guess I'm just used to like baling like the fields on Westby, so it's like more entertaining than just up and down, up and down. Yeah, the only decent ones are like some couple of crones. What we might do is pull a dealer thing, because I think I actually have like a newer crone square baler in here. Maybe. Yeah. Or even the Massey's here. Might pull like a dealership. I love rounds, but I feel like at some point it's just nicer to do squares. But I've never seen square bills be wrapped. That's like the strange thing to me. Should we do a dealer demo for just the rest of this field? Do this Massey here. Really contemplating it. Just doing a big old dealer demo. Yeah, I'm contemplating between. Oh no, we don't have enough money. Trying to contemplate between that one and the Chrome Big Pack. Thought I edited it to take the plates off, but I guess not. Oh, we'll do a dealer demo. That's what we'll do. We'll just bring it out here and do a dealer demo right out here. It's probably gonna be like 108. Just wrapping a square bill just seems strange to me. And I'm sure it's done, but it just seems like another planet to me. But that's just me. Yeah, it's large H's Massey. And we made a. I'll factor out that money after we get done with, or when we return it. That's just the only way I know how to do demos. It'd be cool if they could factor in a way to do actual demos, like. Be something neat anyway. Yeah, the John Deere, the bale monitor will work for this. Not like we really need it. It is not, James. It's a private edit of some of my buddies. I think there's a Euro version of it somewhere. Because it's pretty Americanized. Now we can fly and get this field done. What am I missing? Oh. Darn. Well. maybe we won't be demoing it, because I thought it was pulling from base game bales, but apparently not. So, how do I want to do this? And go edit the map, or edit the balers, add in that, refresh everything. We're gonna just round bale it. We'll just round bale it for sakes, I guess. I kind of forgot about that, to be honest with you. Kinda forgot that. I just figured we'd add it into the base game type so it didn't. Oops. So load. I guess not. I was wrong. I swear, sometimes Maze Plus just makes life harder. So, back to round bales, I guess. I would have course played the Swather. I could have just course played this out. Saved me a lot of time. But I didn't, so. Well, I'll edit those after the stream. Slow down time too here. Just takes a hot minute. Round baling's not bad. And adding the bales to it's not bad either. It's just finding the right textures to add. And adding it to the XML. Will like take me like 5 minutes. I just don't want to. It takes like 10 minutes to get the save running, so it's not worth it with it being so late. But next time we definitely go to do this, I'll definitely have that thing ready and set up. This. Not enjoying this very much, to be honest. Like I said, I don't mind round baling. It's just I like the bigger bales because there's a lot more capacity to them, and I'm not having to stop every 5 foot. Feels like, which the 180s are a little bit better. Those 150s that we were doing earlier sucked. Also, animations kind of annoy me looking at the baler. That's just a me preference. Definitely need to get just to run a dedicated server somehow. Just adding mods and fixing mods is the sucky part of it all. Man, I wish I wish I had that key on the joystick. It would help so much. Now I'm curious. I gotta go figure out if there's actually a key for it or not. Stop scrolling. Because that would be much more enjoyable. Control F. We'll search bale and see what. Nothing for bale. Of course, there's nothing for bale. underscore L. Toggle markers. I have no clue what the freaking thing would be even called. Kind of annoys me that it's not even toggle store, toggle AI, tip state, direction change, toggle turn light, bale types, key L. I just don't know what it would be. Hold unload bale. Bale counter reset. Toggle bale types. I just don't see anything that does unloading. Sorry that I'm gonna interrupt with shit. It's annoying me that I can't just trigger it from. So I know it's Y, but it's not change seeds. Not control Y. I'm really curious if it's just something that's hard coded into a baler or what. Oh, I bet it's tool function 3. I didn't see that earlier. Okay, we'll give this a shot and see if it's tool function 3. Because that would help a lot if I could just run it all from the joystick. Doesn't look to be. So I'm hitting the button I assigned. It's not. Okay, that's what it is. Just not registering it on the pad for some reason. That's lights. What does this button do? Map it to button 10. Or actually, let's do this. Delete that. That would save a lot of time. It would make this a little bit more enjoyable, I ain't gonna lie. Auto save. Let's wait for auto save to do its thing. It's just not wanting to work at all. I know that's what the button is now, it's just not. So we'll just put it on the base of the joystick. I don't know why that's not working, but oh well. What can you do? I swear, more things you add to FS, more things that it feels like you break. I don't need to actually move anything around anyway, so it's not working too bad. Let's use the paddle shifters for change of direction. Voila. I'm just one of those that if I have keyboard and joystick, I want to use keyboard and steering wheel and joystick. I want to use steering wheel and joystick. Like, I don't want to have to rely on the keyboard for every keystroke. Like, I still use it from time to time, but not just enjoyable or more not to have to lean over the keyboard the entire time. That's just a lot of bales. I really think we'll be pushing 100. Guess when you have a 410 horsepower tractor, you can trigger the hydraulics while you're still moving. It's a nice thing about that, I guess. Not quite a few fields here. I've broken up a couple of them into sections. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28. Yeah, 28. So, like I said, like number wise, I don't have that many, but that's just because I don't want to work the ginormous fields a lot. So I just split a lot of it up and just kind of like all this back here. I all added to the map, all the road and everything, just to give it some better feel. So yeah, everything's giant, but like I don't want to be working in a field for 6 hours just to do one thing. So I mean, I still have fields that you had to do that in, but not near as many now. Whoops, wrong key. Whoa, boy. Definitely broke the baler on that. I'm gonna miss the brake pedal. Oops. Awesome. Definitely add some watch hours, that's for sure. I appreciate that though, man. Keep going for a little bit. We'll probably, I don't know if we'll stream the wrapping and everything, but as there's probably still another 15 minutes or so of baling here. We all joining. There's not a whole lot of stuff going on right now. We're just trying to get what rye we cut earlier in the stream kind of bailed up here, and it's just taking a very, very, very long hot minute. So once we get this field done, it'll probably be the end of the stream because it's going to be probably pretty close to 10 o'clock central here. So try to keep these bales out of where we're going to be driving next time here. Forward. Go forward. Steering wheel's inverted. My bad. turning the steering wheel too far. Respond to a text real quick, so pardon that. Hopefully, OBS will fix itself here. It's currently struggling. I don't know if the Wi-Fi is just cutting out or what. But our dropped frames are a little bit increasing here. I feel like it might be Wi-Fi. Yeah, our upload speed's a little rough right now. That doesn't get any better, we'll probably end the stream, but we'll tough it out for a little bit to see what we can't get here. Trying not to quit yet. We'll see. Oops. Gosh dang it. But drop frames are definitely increasing. Wi-Fi router might have been, it's time to stop and go to sleep for the night. Because generally it's not this bad. I've had it drop before, but it generally recoups. But this is bad. I mean, we're dropping like every 10 out of every 30 frames. Yeah, if that don't get any better, we're probably going to end it here, guys. Because it's just not changing, improving at all. I do apologize. But I think this thing's out of my control, unfortunately. I don't really have anything on but my PC right now anyway. Most of the time before a stream, I'll reset it. I'll restart my PC anyway, but I don't think it's a PC issue tonight. Man, I don't know how far back I did let this thing just running here. And why it's just to rotate around. Yeah, guys, I think that's gonna do it. I'm just seeing a lot of dropped frames, so we'll end it here. I do appreciate y'all coming out, tuning in, spending your evening here with Lazy and Co. And hopefully y'all will come back next Sunday. If you guys haven't, please do feel free to join our Discord. We do have a Friday night farming thing that we've started lately. We're just a group of players, modders, just everything kind of hang out. So, but other than that, I don't even know if this will upload. But we'll get out of here. Hopefully, you guys have a good evening. Hopefully, you guys have a good rest of your week, and we'll catch y'all next time. Have a good one.